You know how we all had that one friend who influenced us positively or negatively, or you were even that friend that influenced someone. You introduced them to something, or they introduced you to that thing, and all of a sudden your life just changed, whether for good or bad. That is the importance of friendships in the life of our children. And I remember saying that I was going to do a video where I talked about this just to encourage parents not to take it lightly. You see, the destinies of our children are so critical, so important. They are like, literally, God gave us these people so that we can steward their lives, so that we can bring them to a place of manifestation and a fulfillment of their destinies. And so, as parents, we have a huge responsibility to know who our children's friends are. And this is not for us to be propelled by fear. No, the most important thing is to have a vision, to be propelled by vision. The revelation that God has given you concerning your child or your children is what should propel you, not fear, not, hey, God, I don't want my children to get influenced negatively. I don't want them to turn, evil or bad. It's good to be concerned, but it's not good for you to be driven by fear. And so, first things first is to be driven by revelation. God, what is the destiny of this my child? What is the destiny of what are the destinies of my children? What are their purposes? How to move in line with that? You have to be intentional about it. You have to lead them with purpose, not passivity. You have to ask yourself questions about their destinies, about their future, about their purpose. Let the Lord Himself show you pictures. Let Him show you images. When you pray, pray with intentionality. Ask God that my child, I want to know, who is she in the spirit? Who is he in the spirit? And help me to garrison their lives, regulate them in the spirit realm first, regulate their friendships and connections in the spirit realm first. You can pray about it. And so, one, be propelled by vision and not by fear. Two, be an intentional parent. Make sure you are asking the right questions. Make sure you're not moving passively, but you are intentional about instilling the right values in them, so that when they even see relationships or people, they know how to say, okay, this kind of person can be my friend. I remember when my daughter was telling me who our best friend in class is. I was like, oh, why? Why is this person your best friend? And I wanted to hear the attributes or the character or the values that she was going to bring forward. I know children, they they may still be moved by the ephemeral, by the mundane, but as you continue to pour into them, they now start to detect the things that are of value. And when they know what value is, they can detect it in their friends. And so my daughter can tell me, I don't know, I don't want to be this person's friend because the person is always shouting, or the person is mean, or the person is a bully, or I feel like she's my best friend because this person is kind, this person is generous, this person is, speaks to me in such a gentle manner. So they are looking out for the kind of values that they know to be what is good. And so, as a parent, when you are proactive and not passive in instilling these values in your children, then you're able to get them to identify same values in others. And another thing is that you also have to build that foundation for yourself. You have to be a person of value. You have to also have valuable relationships that your children can identify. When they're much younger, they may not really be able to tell, but as they grow, they start to know, oh, okay, this is Mrs. So and so, this is Mr. So and so. This is the kind of person the person is. Growing up, you knew your parents' friends just as much as our parents knew the friend that was good to us, the one that is a bad belly in quotes, the one that is envious, or the one you should stay away from. Is the same way we also knew the friends that they shouldn't have as friends, because we could tell the impact, or yeah, the impact that it had on them. And so it's so important for us as parents to build that kind of foundation, build the right community around you. Don't make friends because of what you think you can gain in terms of material things alone. Those things come and they go. What you should be looking out for as a parent in building the right community is this right spiritual value that you want to see in your life, in your environment, for your children as well. And I also want you to know that you can really pray about it for yourself. You can pray about it for your children. You can pray about it for yourself. God, bring us the right friendships, the right communities. Don't be propelled by material things. Don't take your child to spaces because you want to meet the cool kids, and then those cool kids now decide to cool down their destiny, spoil their purpose, and just destroy their lives. That's not what you want. And so you want to be an intentional parent. You also want to prayerfully decide, and this is what I will leave you with as well. Prayerfully decide the neighborhood that your children will grow up in. Don't just say, okay, we want to live in this part of town because this is where these people are living. You want to live there because God is leading your steps there, ordering your steps there. Prayerfully say, God, I don't want to move to this country because people are moving there. Because the country you end up in has in fact, there are a lot of people we know, I know personally, that their parents moving them to a particular country is what changed the game, positively and negatively, especially negatively. And so you want to be intentional before moving your children anywhere. Father, is this where you are ordering our steps to go? Before you decide the school that your child goes to, pray about it. Don't say because you have an insecurity and you want your child to experience what it's like to be in a setting, crew, because you want to be in that crew, you take your child to that school and then they are introduced to things that ends up destroying their lives. You have to be whole as a parent enough to pray about it and say, God, wherever you send my child, that they will fulfill destiny, that the right teachers will speak to their hearts, that the right teachers will call out the giftings and what is on the inside of them. That is what you should be focused on. And the church you people attend is just as critical, because these three things are very important to how they find relationships. So the country or the neighborhood that they end up in, the schools that they end up in, and the church that you end up in. Please don't go to a church because it's what's trendy, is what's popular. Prayerfully choose, especially not because of you alone, but because of the destiny of your child or your children. Pray about it and say, God, I know that there are friends for that are connected to my child's destiny. Where will they go so that they can influence them positively, so that my own friends too, my own children too, I beg your pardon, can also be a part of their lives and bring about your kingdom agenda and your kingdom expression through these children as well. And so, yes, parents, please take this very seriously. It's very important, and I hope that it blesses you and you walk with intentionality as a parent and continue to live as God will have you live. I love you and I'm rooting for you. I'm wishing you all the best. Bye.